Today's video contains more fascinating content and the information shared is extremely strange to most audience. But before we get into details, I'd like to invite you to come with me to your nearest supermarket at your hometown. As soon as we reach the supermarket entrance, we will find a metal stand, specially designed to hold a plastic bottle containing an alcohol-based hand gel. If we don't find anything, this time I will yell the security to squeeze some of his own to us, all to kill bacteria just for fun. No matter how healthy and fit we can be, we still going one way to the same direction. Death is the most daily problematic threat of our lives. However, to keep ourselves living longer, we take several health precautions that includes eating healthy food, exercising and many more, including using alcohol-based hand gel. But now the worst part is that all kinds of healthy lifestyles, food, exercises and others health precautions do contribute in leading us to death. Today we are going to discuss and focus much on the cases where people died because of specific health practice. Water. Water is well known for its extreme and sensitive functions, including helping body to keep its normal temperature, lubricating and cushioning your joints, protecting your spinal cord and other sensitive tissues, getting rid of wastes through urination, perspiration, and bowel movements. Except for drinking water, using water to bath cleanses and moisturizes your skin, hair, and eyes, as well as ensuring hydration of the body in all aspects through bathing or steaming. Because of its impotence, water is sometimes referred to as life. All the biochemical processes which occur in plants and animals, our surroundings, etc. require water to function. It is required for the existence of life on Earth as it is an essential component of all the biological processes. We cannot imagine our lives without the presence of water. But though water seems to be so essential on Earth, don't be so comfortable around it. Water is dangerous and can lead to serious health complications and sometimes to death. Water intoxication is a disruption of brain function caused by drinking too much water. Water intoxication is also known as water poisoning. Yes, just water without adding any poisonous substance. Doing so increases the amount of water in the blood. This can dilute the electrolytes, especially sodium, in the blood. Therefore, if sodium levels fall below 135 millimoles per liter, doctors refer to the issue as hyponatremia. Sodium helps maintain the balance of fluids inside and outside of cells. When sodium levels drop due to excessive water consumption, fluids travel from the outside to the inside of cells, causing them to swell. When this happens to brain cells, it can be dangerous and even life-threatening. Water intoxication results from drinking too much water. The excess water consumed dilutes sodium in the bloodstream and causes fluids to move inside cells, causing them to swell. Except for other cells, the consumption of excessive amount of water causes brain cells to swell too. Therefore, the pressure inside the skull increases. This causes the first symptoms of water intoxication, which include headaches, nausea, and vomiting. Severe cases of water intoxication can produce more serious symptoms, such as drowsiness, muscle weakness, increased blood pressure, double vision, confusion, inability to identify sensory information, and difficulty breathing. A buildup of fluid in the brain is called cerebral edema. This can affect the brain stem and cause central nervous system dysfunction. In severe cases, water intoxication can cause seizures, brain damage, a coma, and even death. Water intoxication most commonly affects people participating in sporting events or endurance training, or people who have various mental health conditions. Water intoxication is particularly common among endurance athletes. It can happen if a person drinks a lot of water without correctly accounting for electrolyte losses. For this reason, hyponatremia often occurs during major sporting events. As the authors of one study report, out of 488 participants in the 2002 Boston Marathon, 13% had hyponatremia symptoms, and 0.6% had critical hyponatremia, with sodium levels of less than 120 millimoles per liter. Instances of water intoxication at these events have resulted in death. One case involved Ashley Summers of age 35. Her 2 children and husband went boating on a nearby lake. For 3 days, they enjoyed long days on the water. On the 4th day, Summers felt incredibly thirsty and drank 4 bottles of water in about 20 minutes. Suddenly, her head started spinning, after feeling dizzy for a few days, and she died. A runner who had collapsed after a marathon. Because he was improperly rehydrated, his sodium levels fell below 130 millimoles per liter. The runner then developed water on the brain, known as hydrocephalus, and a hernia in his brain stem, which caused his death. One medical report described 17 soldiers who developed hyponatremia after drinking too much water during training. Their blood sodium levels were 115 to 130 mol/L, while the normal range is 135 to 145 mol/L. According to another report, 3 soldiers died due to hyponatremia and cerebral edema. These deaths were associated with drinking more than 5 liters of water in just a few hours. The symptoms of hyponatremia can be misinterpreted as those of dehydration. According to one report trusted source, a soldier who received an incorrect diagnosis of dehydration and heat stroke died from water intoxication as a result of rehydration efforts. Compulsive water drinking, also called psychogenic polydipsia, can be a symptom of various mental health conditions. It is most common among people with schizophrenia, but it can also arise in people with affective disorders, psychosis, and personality disorders. Water intoxication can be life-threatening, and it is most common among soldiers in training, endurance athletes, and people with schizophrenia. It is difficult to consume too much water by accident. However, it can happen, and there have been numerous reports of death due to excess water intake. People at risk of death from water intoxication tend to be participating in endurance sporting events or military training. A person who is doing neither is unlikely to die from drinking too much water. The amount of water is not the only factor, time also plays a role. To avoid hyponatremia, it is important not to outpace the kidneys by drinking more water than they can eliminate. The kidneys can remove 20 to 28 liters of water per day, but they cannot excrete more than 0.8 to 1.0 liters per hour. Drinking more than this can be harmful. That's not all about water, however. Using water to bath seems to be good and healthy since contains a lot of benefits. But water seems to be in a war with anything in other aspect. Whenever water become in contact with your skin, immediately attempt to penetrate into your skin. If this penetration succeed depending on the time taken for bathing or swimming. This penetration will be slowly causing water to fill up your skin cells. Therefore your skin cells will begin to break down. This breakdown of your skin will expose your inner tissue of your skin to the outside, where bacteria and fungus will have easy access to your skin. The following are well-known healthy food and healthy practices with their disadvantages or health risks. Oxygen is well known for its impotence, including the existence of life among most of organisms. Meaning that there are a lot of organisms that cannot survive without oxygen. But though, breathing pure oxygen at high pressures can cause nausea, dizziness, muscle twitching, vision loss, convulsions, fits, and loss of consciousness. Breathing pure oxygen for a long time can irritate the lungs, causing coughing and/or shortness of breath. Hyperoxia is a state of excess supply of O2 in tissues and organs. Oxygen toxicity occurs when the partial pressure of alveolar O2, PaO2, exceeds that which is breathed under normal conditions. With continuous exposure to supraphysiologic concentrations of O2, a state of hyperoxia develops. Spinach. Since spinach contains oxalic acid, consuming too much of it cause oxalic acid to binds with calcium and form oxalates, insoluble salts, in your intestines. These salts limit the calcium absorption by your body. Still in the formation of calcium oxalate, this can also lead into kidney stone as well as to hyperoxaluria. Excessive urinary excretion of oxalate. This vegetable also contains nitrates, which don't usually affect a human digestive system. However, it can cause a number of health concerns in infants. Spinach is rich in vitamin K, which can interact with some drugs or medications and form blood clots. Diabetic drugs are taken to lower blood pressure levels, but the vitamin K present in spinach can combine with it and can lower the blood pressure way too much. Increased consumption of spinach can also result in an excessive buildup of bloating, gas, and cramps, because your body needs time to digest spinach and cannot metabolize it all at once. Spinach is rich in fiber and hence, it takes time to get digested, which can lead to abdominal pain, diarrhea, and fever. Apples are a good source of fibers and antioxidants. They may have several benefits, including improved heart health and a lower risk of cancer and diabetes. They may also aid weight loss. If you want to eat healthy, apples are an excellent choice. We all need fiber in our diets, but when we have consumed too much, Poon says it can lead to digestive issues, including bloating and constipation. Apples are high in carbohydrates and consuming a lot of them will not let the body burn the calories it needs to lose or maintain low weight. Can damage teeth. Apples are high in acidic content. Doctors believe that eating too many apples can cause more dental trouble than drinking sodas. While oranges are recommended for vitamin C, they are high in acid, and that can make symptoms of gastroesophageal reflux disease worse. And again, too much vitamin C at one time could give your body more fiber and sugar than it needs, therefore watch out for nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach cramps, headache, and insomnia. If your body stores more iron than it needs, a condition called hemochromatosis, high doses of vitamin C can add more iron and damage your tissues. Vitamin C may also increase absorption from medicines that contain aluminium, like phosphate binders, and increase your estrogen levels if you're on hormone replacement therapy. As for orange juice, you might get some extra sugar and lose some fiber in the trade-off. If you're taking beta blockers, too many oranges could increase your potassium intake and lead to kidney damage. Too much fruit juice can also lead to weight gain, which can raise your risk of heart disease, especially in middle age. But both whole oranges and their juice are good for you. Along with our research, we have come across a lot of healthy stuff with disadvantages, but we have never come across any disadvantages of breathing natural air found on Earth. We have never come across any death case caused by breathing air. Therefore, breathing natural air seems to be the one and only 100% healthy practice on Earth. Remember the fact that you have never skipped a day without breathing, meaning that keeping on breathing keeps you alive. So far, we recommend or advise to all our followers to breathe air as much as they wish. Either take a deep or gentle breath, whether you are asleep or awake, but take as much as you like, because breathing is proven to be 100% healthy by a newborn baby. For in case you think we have provided a false information to our followers, send a comment in a comment section. We will respond or even engage in a debate as soon as we see your comment.
Thanks for watching. If you like the content of this video, click the thumb, share the video, subscribe to our channel and press notification bell for other videos with content like this. Let us know if there is anything you want to know in greater details. See you next time.